Oi, what's on? So, Chris Crypto here with another video. Just wanted to have a good look today at the markets. Having a good look into how everything's doing, altcoins, Bitcoin, latest news. But yeah, guys, at the minute, the cryptocurrency space, the total market cap is at 3.44 trillion, so quite neutral today. Fear and greed's up to 65, and altcoin season we're looking at 32. So, seeing a gradual increase there. So, guys, if we look here, I mean, Bitcoin currently trading up just over $109,000, and Ethereum is trading at $2,768. So, as you can see, Ethereum has come up on the weekly. It's up 5.6%. Bitcoin just shy of 4%. But we have been seeing, obviously, since that sudden drop off, like we talked about a couple of days ago, we have seen a nice recovery, that V-shaped recovery, which we'll look at the charts in a minute. XRP currently trading at $2.31, so still trading, on that line of like 228 to 231. Over the last kind of 7 days, reasonably flat. In the sense of like where the price action has gone. Obviously, again, every cryptocurrency drop a bit, but it has recovered. Solana up over 5% on the weekly and nearly 2.5% on the daily, and trading at $164 currently. But yeah, everything looking all good at the minute. Sui seen a lovely recovery as well. Again, not to where it was around the $3.80 to $4 mark about 3 weeks ago, but again, we're coming back up from that $2.90 range back up to $3.45, and on the weekly we're up 8.25%, but obviously on the 24 hours down 1.7, just because we've seen Bitcoin cool off, so altcoins do get hit a bit harder. And again, Hedera up 5.5% earlier on the weekly, but down percent on the daily. And as you can see on the daily, guys, we've seen a little drawback on most coins. Aave though, look at that bloody Beetlejuice into the veins. It's got 14.5% over on the weekly, just looking absolutely incredible. And even ICP as well, now trading over $6. Again, we're holding some ICP ourselves. But 13.5% over on the weekly. Obviously on the daily, again, reasonably flat, just shy of being kind of break even on the daily. But yeah, guys, just looking at everything at the minute, the markets are having a mild kind of sell off. But again, guys, we've got some good news. Obviously, Trump and China have come up with a finalized trade deal. So just reading it here. So again, this is in 18 minutes ago, so very fresh news. But basically, Trump's basically stated that our deal with China is done, subject to final approval with President Xi and me. Full magnets and any necessary rare earths will be supplied upfront by China. Likewise, we'll provide to China what was agreed to, including Chinese students using our colleges and universities, which has always been good with himself. We are getting a total of 55% tariffs, and China is getting 10%. So relationship is excellent. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So as you can see here, guys, brilliant news in the sense of very bullish as well. Obviously, markets haven't touched this yet because this has been out 18 minutes and Bitcoin's price hasn't pumped or anything like that. So it seems to have priced most of this in already, it seems, because otherwise, markets would have started moving already. But this is brilliant news. 10% tariffs, that's a lot better than 245%. So a lot of goods coming from China over to the US, they actually have a reduced tariff now. And the fact that, if anything, America's putting over to China is going to be tariffed at 55% charge. But again, America are the more consumers in the sense of they'll consume a lot of Chinese kind of products and things coming over, whereas China doesn't really consume as much of American products as vice versa. So this is brilliant news from both parties, and it's great to finally see an approved deal done sooner than thought. So let's look at the charts then. So looking at Bitcoin, this is on the hourly at the minute. Let's go to the daily. Let's go to the 4 hourly first, actually. Just have a good look of what's going on here, if it will load. So as you can look, guys, trading currently above the 50-day and the 200-day moving average currently, which is great to see. So showing good strength for Bitcoin. But actually Bitcoin's starting to shoot up again a bit. Oh, actually it's starting to really shoot up. Looks like the news is being priced in, guys. Obviously, America's not really awake yet, is it? It's just, they say it's about 7:30 in America now. So the Bitcoin price is shooting up already. It's gone up in the last, let's have a look. Let's go to the hourly again. Let's have a look. So on the hourly price again, okay, so we've wicked down from the low. So we've gone from here up to here. So it's coming up just under 1%. But again, we've gone from, let's say, the low, literally 109,000 to now 100. So we're making quite a lot of ground here. So $750 in a matter of 30 minutes. So the news is starting to be priced in. I think people are waking up, seeing the news, and are probably buying and getting bullish. Guys, we could see a turnaround here, in the sense, obviously we've got a bit of accumulation. Bitcoin, obviously, over the last kind of 2 days, has come up a significant amount. So let's go to the daily chart, just to see where things have closed. So guys, I mean, we hit this line of resistance when we V-shape recovered around the $100,000 mark. Went to 100,400, and since then we have recovered. Where are we going from here? So let's go there. So you're looking at 10%. So Bitcoin has come up 10%. You're looking at that, guys. That is what, $10,000. It's a lot in a matter of, since the 5th of June. So in a matter of 6 days, Bitcoin has made $10,000. So it's not bad. So for the people holding Bitcoin. But then altcoins have rallied really well as well. And then obviously 2 days ago, Bitcoin pushed right through and closed the candle at 110,000. And even yesterday, yesterday's candle, very, very kind of, it's a very small daily candle. Again, we wicked down to about 108,300. But for me, that's them getting out all the leverages and kind of where people were getting in when this was pumping, because people need confirmation bias. So where they see the price to move, they think, oh, if the price is moving, let's get in on that, because they need to confirm it, and then they'll go, all right, let's get in on that. And yes, again, guys, when prices start to pump, you know they're going to come back down a little bit to cool off, to then pump again probably, because we are in a bull market. But yeah, looking here, closing above 110,000 on the daily candle. So today, we might be able, because of the news that's just happened, we might test all-time highs of $111,800. So it is a possibility, and if we get a close above that, even better. But currently, guys, level support was 106 prior to this breakout 2 days ago, but now it's about 110,000. We've closed the candle on 2 days above that. So if we continue that, very bullish. And again, if we come above that 111,800, which is Bitcoin's previous all-time high around 2.5 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago even, probably coming up, we're going into uncharted territory, and Bitcoin can really push on. All right, so let's have a quick look at Bitcoin dominance as well. Let's have a quick look. So on the daily, we are starting to see it pull off a little bit, which is great. And again, we've broken that kind of level of support/resistance. So now that support is broken at 64.2%. And now hopefully we start to see Bitcoin dominance fall off a little bit, so altcoins start to go. I mean, guys, Ethereum now at trading over $2,800. So we had that candle. Two candles, so one candle yesterday over on the daily closing above $2,800. So now Ethereum could be using that. If we hold this very well, because of the news as well, we can start to push onto that $3,000 kind of level of psychological resistance. So once we break that resistance, Ethereum will start pushing on. But currently trading at $2,800. Again, we're out of this kind of range bound of 2,500 to 2,700. We're breaking out at the minute, and whether we can hold above the 2,800, very bullish for Ethereum. Well, you know what happens when Ethereum picking up steam as well here. But with altcoins, I mean XRP as well, trading at, again, guys, when we checked CoinMarketCap, it was trading at 231. We're now touching 233, so XRP coming up on the news as well. We're going to be testing that level of resistance currently at 233. If we can get above that and then range between 233 to 245, Once we break the $2.45 range, XRP then needs to break past this $2.60. Once we start break the $2.60, guys, we could look to then be going to the level of resistance at $2.98, $2.97. And then, guys, if we break that, then we're looking at being in that $3 range and probably seeing XRP push on then to all-time highs possibly. That could be looking over the next kind of couple of weeks to me, maybe the next month or two, just because obviously Bitcoin's starting to fly a little bit. Ethereum showing great kind of levels of strength. And once, obviously, with Ethereum, all their ecosystem projects, they're flying as well. So if ecosystems within projects within the ecosystem are flying, well, that ecosystem's going to do well as well, because obviously it's got a lot of liquidity going through it. But yeah, XRP looking quite good at the minute, guys. I mean, again, on that lull, let's say about 6 days ago, XRP went down to $2.06, and now we're trading at $2.32, and that's up 13, near enough, like say 12 and a bit percent. So Bitcoin's up about 10%, XRP 13%. Even Ethereum, let's have a look at that low from down there, down here to up here. Ethereum 17, and so again it's showing Ethereum is now one of the stronger coins in the sense of where it's starting to push on up. And then let's look at Solana as well. So Solana, again, on the daily candles, trading above its 200 and its 50-day EMA here, so showing great levels of strength. Obviously down to that low down there, we wicked down to $141, and going up to where we are now, 17% as well. So Solana looking very strong. I didn't add to my bags down here because I've already got a bit of Solana, but I didn't add anything to it because I was adding to other projects, I'll be honest. But yeah, we were using the 145 as support. Now, we were prior to this low, when Solana's price broke down after Bitcoin all-time highs, when we came down to that one, on the daily close at the 144. Solana was trading between $165 to $180. So if we can get the daily candle close was 165, just over. Yep. So if we can then start to try and break up to the 180 and break above that level of resistance here, we could push on for 200, which again will be psychological kind of resistance, and then push through that to then go on to all-time highs eventually as well. Because I think Solana's all-time high was back in January time, and it wicked up to about $295. So again, we got levels of support around levels of resistance around 220 to 225. And then around 245, and then pushing on to all-time highs. But just keep an eye for Solana, guys. I mean, again, it's starting to rally a little bit. People might get a bit of FOMO and go into it. But guys, if we rally hard, just think there will be a pullback at some point, because markets don't just fly up. They come back down, they cool off, and they'll go up again. Especially in a bull market, you'll see a bit of a cool off, but we could come up to here and come back down, just touch this level of resistance, and then come up to here, touch this level, come back down, and then maybe break through. But again, on those pullbacks is when I'm looking to add my bags, whatever project it might be. And then let's look at SUI, guys. I mean, SUI at the minute looking like it's very obviously since that low as well at $2.88. So we have come up to the highs 23%, but now we're up about nearly 21%. So SUI looking very strong at the minute. Again, and another one as well. I mean, SUI at the minute, you're looking at we want to try and break that level 360 to 365. And once we break through that, we want to then try and get through 390, and then back up to the $4 range. But SUI holding really well at the minute. Trading now above its 50-day EMA, so it's great to see. And then, God, let's look at Chainlink as well. Chainlink is looking very good. Again, from that low, we're up a good 23%, and where we are now, about 21%. So again, it's trading above its 50-day EMA, but not above its 200. And again, whether it just tested that, like kind of the cloud a little bit, where it might just come in wicking, and hopefully we can break above that. Once we break above, I mean, we're holding this level of resistance now at about 15.2, with the candle yesterday closed above the $15.2 range. So whether today we kind of hold that as well, and again we're using that as support at the minute, so if we can keep that as support and push on up to then $17 and push through, that's the kind of next level of resistance for us with Chainlink. And then guys, just want to talk about Casper as well. Casper, still reasonably flat, I'd say. So even from this low, I mean, they're up to the highs 15%, but only up 10%, so still not doing bad. But again guys, with a market cap of 2.5 or just over 2.5 billion, Casper is not looking bad at all. And then guys, I mean, ICP, I have been watching this for a long time now. Again, holding those levels. Again, the lowest we came down to is $4.18, and then currently we're trading above the 50-day EMA, but again well below currently the 200-day EMA. So realistically, ICP now got levels of support around 5. I'd say around here at the 580, 590 range. So if we could hold this as support, broken 2 candles above. Are we above? So $6 actually. Let's move that up a little bit actually. Let's go to $6 and just keep it there. So $6 I'd say is what we want to try and hold, and then pushing up to that past the $7 mark. If ICP starts to push on past that $7 mark, we're looking at about $9 to then $11.50. If we get above the $11.50, 12 onwards is what we want to look for to see ICP have a really good bull run. Again guys, I mean, from where we came from, let's say that low of Bitcoin going down to 100,000 to where, again, up 30%, and now today up 27%, but hit a high of 30% up, and we're still not trading above that 200-day EMA, so great to see for ICP. Yes, so what else do we want to look at here? So again, if you look at Aave, guys, I mean, Aave is flying as well. I'll be honest, I wanted to get in on Aave, but I didn't, because, I mean, should have gotten at the low here, guys, up nearly 40%, and right now up 33% near enough from that. So Aave is flying. Great DeFi kind of project, but again, be careful, because obviously we've had 3 really green day candles, and things could pump a bit more, you don't know. But I would say, not financial advice, but don't try and FOMO in, as again, it's a guy who loves cryptocurrency and a guy who loves to chat. So again, no financial advice here, just being careful about shilling to something that you feel is going to go high. Again, there might be a cool off, and you could be looking at around the 270 mark to add some kind of capital to Aave. That's what I'm kind of looking at, and then maybe push on to the upside again, because we are going to see a cool off at some point. So looking at the news there, brilliant to see. Again, same on Cointelegraph. And again, public traded company Remix Point has purchased 50 Bitcoin. So again, you're getting companies all over the shop now who are purchasing Bitcoin. I think, was it as well, GameStop also bought a load of Bitcoin as well. I think they bought around 4,200 Bitcoin, worth about $500 million. So even GameStop, like MicroStrategy, I'm not saying weren't relevant, but their stock wasn't doing as well. But then, since they bought Bitcoin, they are flying. And then again as well, so last 3 hours, Trump-backed World Liberty Finance launches USD1 stablecoin on Tron. So great news for Tron. And also, Ukraine proposes bill to let its central banks hold Bitcoin and crypto as part of its national reserve. So obviously, with everything going on with Ukraine at the minute, very sad to hear. But obviously, they're smart in the sense of what they're doing there with the Bitcoin, because again, as appreciation as it goes, it does gain a lot of momentum. Bitcoin does with inflation. And then let's just quickly go through liquidations. So looking down here. So Bitcoin on the daily, people are going long now. So just over 2 billion. So near enough the similar, just a little bit more longs. But people, like I said, the price dropped down to about 108. If it goes down to 108, you're taking out near enough 20% of those longs, to maybe even 35%, 40%, because people will have stop losses around here as well if we come back down to that 108, 107 range. But if we go on the, let's go to the 30-day. So on the 30-day, guys, longs, we've got 13 billion longs. Obviously, with price coming back up, a lot of shorts got liquidated. So instead of being at about 15 billion, now we're about 9 12.5 billion. So again, if price pushes on even to breaking all-time highs, which this would, about 112,000, just over the 111,800, you're looking at then Bitcoin liquidating about half its shorts, or even more. Price could, again, if we're like at the minute, we've got longs that are 13 billion. So if you're looking around even like 6 billion, 5 billion, like let's say half, it's 103,000 plus stop losses. You're looking at probably liquidating probably about 60% of its longs if we come back down to 102, 103. Again, those wiki candles can come down, but again, guys, we've got that Trump news, so we could probably see some kind of progressive use there in the sense of like the markets having some fuel and price going up a little bit. And then lastly, I want to look at as well is just kind of here, guys, Google Trends, Bitcoin at the minute, and also I want to look at the Coin Market Cap app. Guys, today 380 in all the apps and 28 in finance apps. Still not talked about enough, still not downloaded enough. And on Google Trends, guys, crypto, XRP, Bitcoin, still again near all-time lows. So people are not interested. The time to get in, if you're going to get it, if you want to see like a little bit of a pullback, and then get in when you can. Again, not financial advice, just what I'm doing, because I'm going into assets which are appreciating over time, because so much money. Again, guys, the global M2 is at all-time highs at 21 billion. So that's 21 trillion. God, there we go. See, 21 trillion, and that's how much is being printed money-wise. So it's depreciating the fiat currency. So then, if the currency then reduces in value, what goes up in value? Bitcoin, other assets. All right, and then guys, lastly, just looking at my leverage trades. I use some of my Chinese Andy just to put it on this. Again, I don't use capital of my own. Again, I've still got a little bit left over still. It's been great. It's been doing quite well for me. Just off like £50. I put in for Pepe. And then at 10x, I just thought, why not? Up $67. Avalanche as well. I just think it's going to do quite well over the next couple of months. Hasn't had much of a price spike, so I'm just kind of wagering on Avalanche do quite well to, its all-time highs at around, what was it, $50 odd. I can't remember. I need to look at the chart. Tau as well. I've got two open here, and that's $120 I've got. And then my Casper as well, which it touched when I bought those lows with these three mainly. And then obviously my Aero now only down $50. XRP's not doing bad, and my Sui again. I've just held and it's come back up. But guys, again, I low leveraged for these ones because the market was in a lot of volatility. But that's for me today, guys. Hope you have a good rest of your week, and look after yourselves, stay fit, stay healthy. Don't be obsessed with crypto, and enjoy your life as well, because life is there to be enjoyed. Crypto's fun, but also just enjoy what you're doing. All right, that's me for today. Have a good one, guys. Cheers.